the last 5 years I've been traveling around the world and immersing myself in different cultures, and so when I come back to the United States, I always have a lot to compare and contrast and learn and see my own culture from a different viewpoint. And one of the things that I've learned is that America is an incredible place where we have such an opportunity for upward mobility, for advancement, economic opportunity here to do whatever you want. Anybody could start a business, anybody could get a loan, anybody could do whatever they want. Nothing is stopping you from getting your dream job or making as much money as you want, right? We also have the most freest society. We have the most comfortable lifestyles, and the poor people in America are living in like luxury, comfortable mansions compared to the average working class of many other countries and cultures. So we have it very easy here, very pleasurable and very comfortable. And now it's been going on for the last few decades, I think, where now people are being raised and people are growing up in an environment too comfortable, where it's everything that you want at your fingertips, and the expectation is even more pleasure and even more ease, and any type of little inconvenience causes like mental distress, right? Okay, so that's why now we have these hypersensitive young generations that are expecting to never get offended, to never have an inconvenience or a struggle or a challenge. And what we're getting is a culture of safety worshiping, right? Because there's just so little risk and so little danger relative to actual reality, in America. So this is probably just not America. It's probably all the very, very developed countries that are living in abundance and comfort. So what I want to go over is, I say that there's two types of people, the wolves and the sheep. And a wolf is really self-directed, going for what they want in life, where the sheep is, the wolf is really autonomous, all right? They're doing what they want, they have freedom from external control. The sheep is controlled by the shepherd, which is my metaphor for, the social programming, media, and just social beliefs that dictate what people can and can't do. A great example of that is political correctness, right? It's nothing but speech control. What is politically correct? It's nothing. It has no meaning. It's what you can't say because someone might not like it, which that's the opposite of freedom of speech, right? So I want to talk about three core factors that drive the sheep mentality and the three opposite factors that drive the wolf mentality. Okay, so and it stems out of that preface I made with America is just so abundant, so comfortable, that this is the situation, the mental mindset that people, the mindset that people have developed due to an abundance of comfort, right? So the sheep obsess over three things. It's their three driving motivations. It's safety, comfort, and pleasure. Okay, so we live in a society that's so safe that you could avoid any real danger, any real risk if you go out of your way to do so, right? So now we have a generation that don't get me wrong, there's a balance to everything. You don't want to live in an area where you're worried about getting killed and getting shot and extreme dangers, right? But there's a degree of healthy danger, right? There's an amount of risk in life. And risk is related to your freedom, the ability to do things, right? When I was a kid, I wanted to ride my bike off a ramp and skate a half pipe with rollerblades, and you want to jump off a cliff, whatever, like a dirt mound on the beach here. You want to take these risks, especially as a young boy. This is how we find the limits to our power and our ability, right? How do you know what you can and can't do? Well, you got to try to ride that bike and fall down and scrape your knee, and then you learn that you can't ride the bike. How could you improve? How could you do it? So assessing risk and danger in the sake of freedom and mobility to do what you want. This is a very natural process, all right? How does a bird learn to fly? It tries a couple of times and it falls and can't, right? So there's always a degree of risk, and we are living in a society now where I think it's gone so far that we're safety worshipers, right? We're obsessing with this safety, and I won't even go down the whole path of the coronavirus lockdown, the mask worshipers, and I mean, it's a very, very small risk of getting this, and if you get it, it's a pretty solid, high chance that everything will be perfectly fine, right? Except for the very small, very tiny percent of the population that's a high-risk group. So anyway, the complete lockdown and everybody wearing masks, it's absolutely absurd, in my opinion. Now, so we have safety worshipers. The next thing I was saying is comfort. So they are absolutely chasing comfort and not wanting to leave their comfort zone, all right? That's these people that are offended by everything. They don't like ideas that they don't, that make them feel a certain way. and that they're going to sit on the couch and eat potato chips rather than hit the gym and eat the right foods, right? Why? Because it's comfortable. It's easy to sit home and be comfortable on your couch watching Netflix. It's challenging to go to the gym and to avoid all the tasty, sugary foods that are addictive for the real natural foods like fruits and vegetables and meats and fish and so on. So now the third thing I said is what did I say? Safety, comfort, pleasure, right? So this ties into like the sugar stuff. Sheep are pleasure chasers. They are going to, go out for a night of binge drinking because it feels good. They're going to, just sit at home and be lazy because it feels good, rather than what is necessary to do, right? So that they're lacking self-discipline because they're following their emotions. And this is very prevalent in America with the obesity epidemic. Everybody here is fat. Pretty much everybody here is fat. And it's disgusting, and it's because of a mass manipulation of the food supply where people are eating, everything has refined sugar and it's highly addictive. So that feels good, okay? You get a bunch of biochemical reaction in your body when you eat sugary foods, and everything here is sugary foods, so you want more and more of that. And then if you are your taste buds are completely disrupted, the idea of eating some celery and a carrot, it seems boring. Well, why? Because you're used to ice cream, donuts, cakes, and pies, right? Now, I don't want to go too off topic with this, but now let's talk about the opposing side here, the opposite of these safety, comfort, and pleasure. The wolves, the autonomous people, they're going to understand life has risk. Rather than comfort, they want to challenge themselves to grow. And what's the other one now? I can't remember. Pleasure. They're going to choose to pursue their mission over pleasure. Okay, so now let's go into it a little bit deeper. You're never going to have perfect safety, okay? Nothing is perfectly safe. There's a degree of risk in everything, right? So you want to, as an intelligent adult, assess the risk and realize, where do I want to be in this? Like do I want to pursue this or not, based on the amount of risk and reward, right? So you're balancing risk and reward and inconvenience and danger and success and all these things, the chances of success and failure. And then you come to your own conclusion. You use your own judgment, you come to your own conclusion. So you understand risk is a part of life, and especially if you think of any topic like investing or business, it's risky. Ooh, that's why most sheep don't get involved in it, right? But a wolf will understand there's risk. Can you assess the risk, and is it worth the reward? If the reward is worth it, and it comes down to a degree of self-confidence. Can I navigate this while minimizing the risk and maximizing the reward? And it's something like business, you have 100% control or near 100% control of your outcome with that. Now, the comfort, right? Rather than chasing comfort, you want to challenge yourself, okay? Growth and life happens through challenge, okay? What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. If you want to increase the quality of your physique, you have to lift heavy weights that you currently can't do. And guess what? That's not comfortable. It's not comfortable to go in the gym. It's challenging, and that's beautiful. That's the beautiful part. If you're a guy who is struggling to meet women and the idea of going and flirting with a beautiful girl is scary and it's difficult for you, well, guess what? It's comfortable to not talk to girls. It's comfortable to not leave your house. But it's challenging to go out and push yourself to go flirt with those beautiful girls and talk to them and engage with women as a masculine man, right? So growth happens through challenge, not through your comfort zone. Comfort zone is when you want to relax. And it should be very minimal at the end of your day if you put in the work, right? So everything is like you put in the work, then your reward, you give yourself a little reward, you relax, it's fine. Now the final thing, the pleasure, the wolves are going to be mission-oriented, okay? So, as I said, the sheep, they do what feels good, what they feel like doing in this moment. I don't want to go to the gym today, I'm kind of tired, I'll just eat this candy bar and not go. The wolf is disciplined. It's self-disciplined, directed behavior and action for the mission. What is my goal? I want to be healthy. That means sacrificing crappy foods, eating real foods. I want to be in great shape. What does that mean? Going to the gym consistently. I want to increase my business income. What does that mean? Putting in hours of focused work, obsessively like a maniac, because I want to be highly successful in my business, and I love what I'm doing. I love what I'm working on. So I don't have hours a day to sit around and just relax like the average person or the average sheep that doesn't care. Okay, so now it comes down to the summary of these three things, right? Sheep are chasing safety, comfort, and pleasure, and the wolf is pursuing or embracing a certain degree of risk, right? Regular risk assessment, challenge for the sake of growth, and mission over pleasure, right? You're mission oriented rather than pleasure seeking. And now if we sum these three up, this is like the type of a person or an overarching view to how you look at life. It seems to me like the sheep are on a pleasure cruise. It seems like they look at life as a vacation. It seems like they're just trying to relax and avoid danger, avoid discomfort, and avoid putting in any effort to get what they want out of life. They're just sort of laid back and relaxed and drifting with the current. Go with the flow, and it's a vacation, right? Now, what is the point of a vacation? Or rather, what is the goal of a vacation? Nothing. There's no goal to a vacation. It's to be on the vacation, to relax. The wolf, who is, embracing all these other factors, they look at life as an adventure. Think of every adventure movie or action movie. There's a goal, there's a mission, there's a point to it, right? What is your goal? What is your mission? That would be, how you define that is how you define success for yourself, right? If you are on, now think of it like a movie. Every cinema, every story, a story writing element is called the hero's journey, right? You're on a journey, it's an adventure, and there is challenges along the way. There is character growth in the character arc of the hero's journey. That's why movies like the new Star Wars trilogy are failures, because they don't have a hero's journey. The character Rey is just perfect from movie one, so there's no character growth. She's just a girl that's experiencing stuff, and it's not as deeply satisfying as the original trilogy with Luke Skywalker's character arc. He goes from a boy with no skills and ability to a grown man Jedi who has mastered a lot of skills to become the hero that he is. So now back to the topic. I view life as an adventure, okay? And I understand with that there's risks, there's dangers, there's discomfort, there's challenges, and it's not always perfect. It's not always how I want it to be. When I travel and I go to a new country, it's not always perfect. There's some challenges, there's some things that don't go great, but I love the adventure. I love the journey. I love the ups and downs. I love the challenges. I love using my power and my strength and my mind to overcome the challenges and have the best time that I can, right? Some of my trips are everything is great, right? Or a lot of things are great, and that's an awesome trip. Some of my trips, there's a lot more challenges than I expected, and it's difficult, and I'm uncomfortable. But I love it. I love the adventure. I can come home and say, hey, I went on an adventure. Some of my adventures are better than others, but they're all adventures and I love them all. And that wraps up this video.